Welcome back to the channel, guys. Finally, a gameplay video. I can't tell you that my servers have been down forever. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to help you guys improve in defense through three major key concepts. Number one, the right players. Number two, tactical analysis. And then number three, the key ingredient, one-on-one defense. We're going to break it down. If you guys want to book me out for a private one-on-one session, join my classes also for lower value rates. Check me down below, Medify.gg. Let's get right on into it. If you want an even easier way, check out lootbar.gg. They have the lowest prices, fastest delivery, 5% more coins, while being 10% cheaper than any other platform, and trusted by big names like ProOwns and Zorky. You also have insanely good reviews on Trustpilot. Additional 8% coins right now with my code, John Sims, at checkout. Check out lootbar.gg and get your FC account leveled up. So has it felt like your defenders are going this way, that way, and they're just dumb, and you're missing everything? Let's break it down. This will make it a lot easier for you. Number one, guys, this is going to be the Defender Plus Plus. These are going to be arguably 85 plus defense awareness. These are going to be the best defenders right now based off of the AI intelligence. So take a look at these, but these are going to be technically your best ones. Now, given that Defender Plus Plus is not out, we're just going to roll this back and we're going to delete that. And we're going to go with some high rated defensive awareness. Let's just start with 90. So we have Virgil van Dijk. We've got Mappy Leon. We've got Irene Paredes, right? Those are going to be some of your cheaper options. Leah Williamson, which you'll see is why I'm using her. Marcus Correa. Marquinhos is arguably phenomenal. The Intercept Plus is destructive. Kate McCabe. So these are going to be your best defenders when it comes to positioning. Don't think of pace as much as you should be thinking of just standard like intelligence, because your AI is going to play tighter and it's going to not expand, number one. So let's go ahead and get into tactical analysis to help you guys get some structure so you guys understand what the AI should be doing in game. So this is actually from my guide on Medify. It's like 20 bucks to get it. You get 4 classes for 20 bucks a month. So the whole point of this is that you should be basically pinching into these positions whenever the ball rotates into a zone. So a quick breakdown of what it should look like. That way you can see this. So again, this is the basic scenario of what the ball will rotate and look like in game and as we shift. This is the idea. This is the branch. You guys can replay this. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. You guys can DM me on Discord or whatever. Come by my live stream and ask me questions. But that is how you should be playing defense. So now let's take you into an idea of showing that real time in a real match. Okay, so when we get into this spot, what we're looking at is as we have broken a center mid right in the middle of the pitch, and we have only a single center mid back. And so right now you're looking at this, we're going to rotate. So what we didn't need to do last year was grab the center back. We did not need to do this last year as much. We would have been here more or less versus here. Now the AI is going to be a little bit tough. So they don't like to jump this lane here as much, as frequent. Okay. So you're going to have to manually make some of this movement. As you see this, he opens me up slightly. I make a small mistake. I pull Williamson out thinking he's going to turn in. I didn't need to do that. But what I ended up doing was I eliminated that threat. So I forced the ball into a dangerous spot or into a central position, which there is, I guess, the advanced play there. But anyways, we get into the zone. We're going to pinch in and then we're going to pinch down. Now, what I've done now is I've actually opened this lane up on purpose. The reason why I opened this lane up is because now I can manipulate the outcome and defend this location. You see, this is the zone I'm opening. I can read and anticipate as instead of approaching this play, I back off, I defend it, and then we're ready for it. Poor pass, poor decision, and it gets me in there. Okay, so here's another example of playing in. They get into this, what I call the queen's position right here, and now they're going to look, and they have 3 different options. He can go this lane, go central, or wide. He is not going to go out wide here, I do not believe, because he has an attacker right in the middle. So there you go. We can predict that space. Now we're going to try to come back on the back side of him and just try to predict a movement there, force him to a decision. And so now what we worry about is the passing, right, with the AI. So now this is where you guys need to start using that double R1 to mark the runs. If it feels like the players are just not marking players, you need to do it with an actual mechanic, which is R1, which is like a teammate press. And so, boom, now those get marked, and then you're going to see that being very consistent, and the structure is going to be right into that space. And so we close it down and pinch just like we showed clinically. So this is what I call pocket defending. This is where you guys can make mistakes, and this is actually where I made a mistake. So this is what I call a pocket right through this space here, okay? So if I approach this position, this is where you guys are most likely making mistakes. You're dragging these players and attacking this zone. This is clinically the wrong thing to do. So I'm actually showing you guys how to recover in these positions. I'm expecting a pass and a rotation play. He slices that up, and that's fine, but we're going to rotate into a defensive line, and so all we have to do is manage that space. If you look closely, his entire back line is on this zone, so I could easily read that and just force that pass. Now, if he was turn here and maybe rotate that, it's too early in game with Tonali trying to make that pass. It doesn't matter. So I did make a mistake. I want to show you guys how to recover when you need to be able to recover. But now for the most important part, one-on-one defending. If you want to become an Anders, you want to be a top player, you have to learn how to one-on-one defend. And arguably why Anders is so good is because of this. So let's go ahead and hop right on in. So when we get in a zone like this, what we are thinking is, do we go this way? Do we go that way? What are we doing? We don't really know. What are they going to do? We don't know what they're going to do. But so we need to guide them in that way. And to do that, it's very simple. All you need to do is step into the space you don't want them to go. Because what that will do is it'll entice them and openly invite them to go into the space that you want them to go. And so you just play that back space. You just play that spot. You can see I'm just going to be standing right here, eliminating that zone, and then we're going to rotate in that space. If I can get that fullback in, if I can get that in, I should have been focused on that. But we just space that, and so now we're just going to lock in that space. All I'm trying to do is eliminate this. I'm eliminating that. If I can eliminate this, then all I know exactly where they're going to go. And then the second they try to cut back, that's where we win. Boom. And we read it perfectly. And then that's exactly a clinical tackle. All right, here we are. We're on a broken fullback, a double jump here. And now we're getting to exactly a very similar position. So this time what we're going to try to do is eliminate this zone here. That's what we want to eliminate. So we're going to force this way. So we get into that space, force that player wide. And now we're going to eliminate this zone here. So we're going to just stay right on that corner spot, and we're just going to wait and be patient. If we can be patient, we know exactly what's going to happen. So boom, patience, and then we step right when we have an opportunity. And that is going to be your best way to get better at EAFC.